God bless you. Great to see y'all, although I can't see any of you. But welcome. Got a great show planned. It's been a while. Last time I was traveling. You could tell by the background that I'm back in the studio. So some exciting things. Talk a little bit about our trip, but more importantly, welcome everybody here. I think it's not up yet. Come look. I'm in the page, but where's... If I just refresh it. Mm-hmm. There it is. All right. So welcome. Good to see everybody. Jake is here already. I see right away. Hold on, I got to blow this baby up so I can see who's here. Good to see y'all. And welcome. Yep. Sunday night. Who watched hockey today? Winter Olympics, I get it, is not as big as summer for whatever reason. Oh, no. But man, that hockey game, first time in I don't know how long. Again, I'm going to say welcome to everybody. As soon as I get the chat up. There it is. There we go. Being real finicky right now. All right. Oh, almost. All right, Jake Awesome. Boss Smetty's here. What's up, Boss Smetty? I got some info for you, Boss Smetty. I'll tell you right after this. Doc Holliday's here. Terry Donikowski. What up, Ski? Candle Surf. Michael Presbowski. Presbowski. You a hockey player? What up, Ski? Lay Cookie's here. What's up? Good evening to you. Greg is here. Garlinik. Mystical. Go USA Hockey. That was pretty, man, it was right on our way to church. I was like, had to watch obviously the overtime to get it. And if you haven't watched it, if you haven't heard by now, USA won. Gold medal, female hockey and male hockey. Pretty exciting. It's been a while. Count Surfer, watch the game. Best ever, go Team USA. That was awesome. And I didn't watch the whole game because we were getting ready for church, but the finish to the podium, national anthem, the crowd was mostly Canada, But how exciting. How American. All right. Michael Chamberlain, good to see you. Brooke Foreman, you know I got to be fresh all the time. Nice haircut. Good to see y'all. Good evening and welcome. SFMF Live. One more thing. CC number 5, you can bring me your sheet. Great church session today, and it always is. I say that every time, but it really is. Guest pastor today, but he's been on. He's part of the family. He's been on quite a bit. He's amazing. He's fired up, talking about baptisms and what it really means. The feeling you get. It's not just, yes, all your sins are wiped away and now you're better, right? All of a sudden, it's not that at all. You're new. Like when you're in the water, that's Christ's blood, and that just takes everything away. You're stripped down to nothing. Then you come out. Then you're new. You're not better. You're not fixed. You're not new. So it was interesting to hear it explained like that. Like, here you go. It was great. Then they did baptisms right after church, and there's about 60 people. I didn't see them all. So my on post parking detail, but it was great to see, and you can hear them all cheering. It was in an outdoor beach pool, not a pool, a tub. And the point, the message, the season we're in right now is live out loud. Another reason to do it like that, they do it in between services. In between the first and second service, that's when the biggest crowd is there, and you can accept Jesus, you can do your things. Everyone has their own relationship, right, with God. But this is to live out loud, publicly announce. Are you asking me? Could you give it? Yes, I could hear it. So it's great. Death to your old life. That's what it is. That's the point I wanted to get from the sheet. Let me see who else is here real quick before we get hot. Terry, ski, grandson, just going to Marsac. Congratulations. Awesome. Is he an infantryman? Because they take other MOSs. That is awesome. Congratulations. What up? Ray from Queens is here. Information, snowed in again. Wow. What's the temperature? So no work. Not such a bad thing, right? Ray? All right. So good to see you. Live. More snow in Virginia, says Gunny East. So done with it all. I'm telling you, I love the snow. I love the snow when you visit it and you can get out of it and fly away from it. Love the snow. Absolutely love it. Jared's here. What's up, Jared? I don't miss the weather at Quantico. I feel for you. Yeah. Terry Ski says, I need to drink out of a canteen cup.
There it is.
I can get my old one, but who knows what has grown in there since I retired. So aren't stacking. Remember, 13 months. Look at that red Eagle Globe and Anchor, Scarlet. Looking good, stacking. What is wrong? We have a what? What else? What was the other part of church? The 3 points. Death to the old life. That's what baptism does for you. If you've done it, again, congratulations. Did mine in the Pacific Ocean about 5 years ago. It's amazing. It really was a feeling. Good to see you, Sergeant Major. Stacking 13 months. Semper Fi Marines era. Hunter Collins is here. New, what does that say? Going public. Live out loud. Going public with it. Hunter Collins, down 20 pounds to this date. Good on you. Congratulations.
How do you get to the very top?
Once that disappears.
I want to see the whole screen. There. Okay,
Click
click that.
that. All right.
I'll go to private chat.
Boom.
Okay, I'll go back to the
All right. Hunter Collins. Where'd it go? Now Hunter Collins disappeared. I know. I got you. Down 20 pounds to this date. Thank you for the motivation. Era. So I was watching something. You see those Tai Chi commercials? Again, my only social media really is YouTube. Unless like Hot Rod sends me something on a different platform, but YouTube. A whole lot of that Tai Chi walking. Is that real? I don't think it is. That's obviously AI, and those aren't real people. This is my dad at day 1, and this is my dad all jacked at day 14. I know that part is not real. But is it just walking? And if so, yeah, of course, walking is good for you. It's great for you. But everything else is walking and better. So if you do go to the gym, you do cardio, you do calisthenics, you do CrossFit, you do any one of those things. Just walking is good if you do nothing. So of course you're going to see some improvement. But a lot of that Tai Chi, I've seen a ton of those commercials. All right, Gunny's up 8 pounds. Good weight. There you go. That's it depends on what you want to do. To live longer, right? That's the goal. To live longer, live healthy. And I only listen to those commercials when I can't get to my phone to fast forward them. But they say things like this is to live longer, not to get in shape. That one ab commercial. Me and my dad, he did a military workout and I went to the gym, and who got abs first? Whoever works harder is who's going to get the abs first. Space Turkey, thank you for your service. Thank you. Appreciate you. Guns, what are you doing? East, is that gym work? Diesel, thank you for your service. Served with 3-7 Weapons Company back in the 2000s. Good times. And thank you for your service. Get after it. 7th Marines is good. Whoa, we're jamming now. 5x5. David Bryan is here. Good to see you, David. Again, just a whole bunch is going by. Ray sent 10 SFMF gift memberships. Thank you, Ray. Semper Fi. Look at all those names. You can see them on there. Of gifted memberships. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate you, brother. Finn Missile, Hellraiser, Johnny Olson, Tommy, Half Stack, Actual. You've been on here before. Dreamcore, Samuel Anderson. Awesome. Ray, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. The membership's up. Members, if you don't know, you know what I ask for, members. Put on some of those emoji. Show them what they get with a membership. Your name is green. You get the eagle, globe, and anchor next to your name. That lets you know, lets us all know how long you've been a member. The red, scarlet, the red eagle, globe, and anchors are our 1 year and more members. All right. Thank you all. Gym every day, says Gunny East. Gym every day during chow. New height to weight ratio to waist ratio coming soon and still well below the standards. Good on you. Again, I saw it over the decades change from your fat, you're on remedial PT to now there's a system in place because some people are just big boned or some people don't weigh in correctly or they are just fat. So I'm glad to see they're chiseling down the system to actually measure BMI, body mass index, right? Height and weight and all that stuff. Good. Good on you, Guns. Albert, too, hang out for a little while. You'll enjoy this show. WW, good to see you, bro. Sorry I missed you Wednesday. I was really sick with a massive infection in my leg. Is that from Hawaii? Is that from Schofield? What man, if you want to share with this, sorry to hear that. Really sorry to hear that. Starminder, our Semper Fi Devil Dogs. There you go, David. Thank you, brother. Those are the emojis that come with membership. $1.99 on the computer, right? Membership. Appreciate y'all. If those members and anyone wants to be a member, Wednesdays we go members live only. Members only on Wednesday. Those are a good time also. Merch. Let me hit merch while I'm here. While we're welcoming everybody in. Merch, I don't know where my stack of stickers is. Where did I hide it? We've been on the road. So who knows where everything is. Keychains, still, mine is, I don't know, 3 years old. Looks just like this. You can't even tell. These are a little stiffer. These are awesome. 100% made in America, by an American, by a veteran. You know, you can't live without a green monster, right? I know there's all kinds of different notepads and notebooks, but how cool is an OG green monster? I like showing this one. My 7th ESB days. Desert Storm is in here. Somalia is in here. Some top secret stuff is in here. Good times. Look at good times. That's all in the merch store. Check it out. SFMFmerch.myshopify.com. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell. Hit the notification. Do all that stuff for us, please. All right, here we go. Here's the members only sticker. Only members, and we've been traveling members. They're en route. Checks in the mail. They're coming. This is for members only. Members only. You know, Chesty. So that one you won't see in the merch shop. The rest of these you will. My all-time favorite. Yes, Lay Cookie. If you hear it, not yet. I'm telling you, we've been traveling too much. Boom. That's my favorite one. What do I have on this cup? Let's see. Some OGs. I may have tagged somewhere today at a food establishment. One of my favorites. Got caught tagging it.
Food establishment. Is that what we're calling it?
Because everyone does. When they go through the drive-thru, they tag it. So I always, when I remember, I try to bring one. And I was putting it on today. I dropped money in the can. Ching, ching. Kind of throw everybody up. Oh, it's a good guy over there. And I try to stick it on. Oh, do I have that one? Do you have that one? I'll show you which one. Show you which one I was trying to put on there. And I got busted. Doc Holliday's asking about the producer. You okay over there? Duke Lopez, 89.88. It's supposed to be 89.99. Duke. URAH Major Semper Fi LFFL. What is that? Dealing with a snow blizzard here in dirty Jersey, possibly 24 inches. Good luck. Good luck with that. But good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'll show you the last one I got caught tagging somewhere in a minute. WW, no, something had to do with vein circulation issue in my leg. Plenty of IV antibiotics took care of it. Good. We're praying for you. WW, get well soon, brother. Ray got his keychain lanyard. It's awesome, right? I do like it. I don't wear it on my wrist often, but I do. Joey, CO914. Where'd it go? Marine Corps Reserve officer at 27 years old. Thoughts? Absolutely. 100%. Wouldn't, I mean, what's the holdup? Why would you not? Because you're 27? So you already have a degree, I'm guessing, so you'd be starting out at 27. Oh, these two are different. One's the SART and one's the ERA. SART. Not Sergeant. Sergeant. Sold you a little Reaper. This is a shiny little Reaper. Joey, what's your oh, so you can shiny. Sorry. Man, this one's working out pretty good. That's a no military-aged male, for those of you that don't know. Military-aged males, if you know, you know. If you've been deployed, ma'am, you got to look at, that's who our target was, the ma'ams. Military-aged male, we don't need them here. And here's a sheet. Individually, they're smaller, but it's a whole sheet. These are all on the merch shop, sfmfmerch.myshopify.com. Last one. I was tagging a place with this one because it has the QR code. And as I was putting it on the takeout counter, she's like, my manager's going to take those off. I was like, oh, man, I know. I see him every now and then. It's a clean counter, but, why not? She's like, put it on the can. The can is also tagged with stickers. And apparently they leave the can alone longer. That gets wiped too. But she says, as long as you don't cover mine, she had a sticker on there also. So feel free to tag wherever you want. Hunter Collins, thanks for putting those up there.
And that was that extra to every order. Right?
The what?
That was that extra sticker to every order.
And anytime you order from the merch shop, you're going to get a surprise sticker or two every time. We do it every time, just trying to show our support, show our thanks, our appreciation for your support. Hunter's multitasking, trying to learn how to edit videos. Good luck. That's the producer job, and I don't envy. Every now and then I try. In fact, you guys saw me. Who saw me a week and a half ago Wednesday was a goat rope. That was a pure definition of a goat rope, me trying to do it all by myself. Foghat, good band, 1980, said hi. Scary, spooky, freaky. Uh-oh. I'm moving too slow. Asians whooping us. All right. Let me move up again. Do drill instructors keep their hats? Asks Nicolinic 2.
Who would want to keep that? Or who would want that after someone's already sweated?
Yes, they do. Drill instructors keep their cover. We do. The hats call each other hats. You're not allowed to call it hat unless you're a drill instructor. They're covers, DI cover. Drill instructor cover, Smoky Bear hat cover. Yes, they do. They're issued. You pay for them. You're issued, but you can survey them while you're a drill instructor. So they get nasty. You sweat through them. They get old. You're in the sun 24/7. So, but yes, however many you go ahead, and you can buy your own. You can purchase your own and have more than two. I always had three. One I only used for drill, final drill or initial drill, just drill competitions and inspection. Then I have my everyday one. Then I have my field one. Now drill instructors don't wear the Smoky in the field, so two is enough. Inspection one, everyday one. Doc, gotta say, fam, SFMF shirts are amazing, good quality, and look amazing. Get them while they last. Doc, appreciate you. And beautiful family, brother. That's awesome. Appreciate you sending that pic. Looks like you guys are having fun. You didn't fall out of that hike, did you? That looked like a great time. Appreciate you repping. They went on a hike in some mountains like Mount Mother, and they sent us a family photo. That was awesome. Thank you, Doc. Scary, freaky. I would never defend racial propaganda to fill owned jails. You know that. Yeah, same. My name is Christian Salisbury, and I'm on duty. Are you allowed to watch this on duty? Because a Marine on duty has no friends. Are you a Marine? Or what kind of duty are you on? I hear duty and I just assume you're on barracks duty. TB, 3 times, sir. Deployed 3 times in first 7 years. That's a bunch of TDYs. Career got soft. 3 times. I mean, it depends on what's going on. I didn't have a combat deployment till I was in 5 years, 4 years. 4 years to my first combat deployment. So to have 3 deployments in 7 years, that's good. And then now there's no, so Marines who had just joined the last couple of years, no deployments. And here's what I hate when people look at your chest. Oh, you didn't go nowhere. Look at, he didn't go anywhere. That drill instructor video we did. Look, he's a boot sergeant. He's a sergeant in 5 years, a drill instructor. He's kicking tail and taking names. He just wasn't in during combat deployments. So be careful when you ain't got no combat deployments. Certain medals I look for when I look at someone's uniform to wonder what they have done, where they've been. But it doesn't define the Marine. Is this? Oh. All right. Well, good on you, TB. Get after it. Bunch of TDYs. WW. Proponents argue the M10 could provide necessary heavy hitting fire support for the Marine Corps redesignated littoral regiments and light armored reconnaissance use it. Is that units? Is that a fact? The M10. All right, there's a direct order from David Bryant right there. Everybody, double tap. Let's get the likes up. See if we can hit 100 tonight. It's been a while. Appreciate y'all being here. Christian, Salisbury, going in the military, the U.S. Navy. All right.
Which one? You're on duty now or you're going in the military?
Yeah. What duty are you on, and why'd you choose Navy? Let us all know why you chose Navy. Mike Smith is here. Jack Daniels, Marine Combat Veterans. Get some. Joey, Utley here. All right, what's up, Utley? Good to see you. Checking in, cooking dinner with the wife, so I'm not going to stay. Semper Fi, brothers and sisters. Utley, thanks for stopping by. Brother, what are you making? First, tell us what you're making, and good on you. Jared, again, only hats can call each other hat, right? When you're on duty, who are those 2 hats over there? It's weird, though, huh? Because we don't say hat. That's odd. Any other MOS say that? Or call it that? Unless you're a hat. How many hats are on duty? How many hats do you have? How many hats got to be at the PT field today? And maybe it was my generation thing. I don't know. Is it still called that? Any current? Recruits aren't going to hear them call each other that. It's that secret language down there. But it is campaign cover. Stoner Bob is here. What's up, Stoner Bob? Smokey, campaign cover. I told you about that. I don't know when I told the story, if I even told it on live, but we were at the uniform shop with Sergeant Major Era. Those of you, if you know, you know. Sergeant Major Era. I don't even think he worked down there. He used to just hang out at the uniform issue point on MCRD San Diego. Good dude. People know him. And I don't know his name besides Era, because it was the only word he knew was Era. Yeah, one time we were down there, a couple new hats with us, about 4 or 5 hats. The whole series was going through getting uniforms, and you get bored down there, so that's when we started messing with recruits. This drill instructor was doing something. He knocked his own cover on the deck. His drill instructor cover, Smokey, on the deck. It was on the deck, and everyone kind of froze. All the recruits are like, oh my God, what do we do? And he being a boot hat, he made the huge mistake of saying, what are you looking at? What, you want to step on it? Go ahead, step on it, step on it. He was challenging this recruit to step on his Smokey. And I told y'all how I learned my lesson with the guide on. There's certain things you got to be very, very careful as a drill instructor. And of course, all the other drill instructors were egging on the recruit to do it. There were no balls in them. You know the deal. And he did. The recruit did. Walked over, stomped right on top of the smoky. Drill instructor lost his mind. Luckily, we're all there to keep it calm as can be. Of course, we let him thrash the crap out of the recruit, but don't think of the consequences if he did exactly what you told him. Right? The recruit didn't do anything wrong. You told him, go ahead, step on it, step on it, step on it. And he did. It was interesting. That was a boot hat that learned the hard way. All right. Grab car. Me hate doing duty. Me hate it too. Just laying beer, just peace. Mr. 2 times. Favorite MRE? Jared, you know my favorite MRE? Anyone? Omelet with ham. The best one ever made. Omelet with ham. Close second, chicken a la king. New Marines are going to say, what? I never heard of those, either one of those probably. And there's a bunch of probably better, newer ones, but that's what I grew up with, omelet with ham and chicken a la king. All right, Ray, why can't you give us a DI skit? Hurrah. Put my cover on. One day, maybe I'll yell at the producer, treat it like a recruit. Jared, I didn't go anywhere either. I ain't ashamed of not going to war. Amen. Jared, I'm telling you, too many people, too many Marines, especially the ones that the 1 or 2 pump chumps, and all of a sudden they're the best thing since that doesn't make you. Combat deployment or not, it's your character, what type of Marine you are, period. M10 Booker medium tank. I'm just glad because the Marines are getting them too, right? WW, we're getting those tanks as well. Am I correct in that? Starmander, hurrah. Bulldog, hurrah. Good to see you. The Army has opened up direct entry for MOS 170 cyber something. I didn't see the rest of that. Cyber warrant officer. Oh, that's right. You were talking about that before. David Bryant, only had a sea service ribbon, but kicked more butt than I wanted to. All depends on what's going on when you join. When you listen, I'm telling you, I didn't go anywhere for 5 years, right? 5 years until I saw combat. And even then, that's what was hard to re-enlist. I was like, man, I just been training 4 years, did nothing. Doesn't matter. Sebastian, what rifle you like the most? The Norwegian Craig Jorgensen or the good old US M1 Grand? I don't know about either one of those. And M1 Grand we use for drill. So M4 is my favorite. I grew up with M16A2, my era. But when we switched to the M4, it's my favorite. Still to this day, so much I bought a couple when I retired. I love the M4. Never fired the Norwegian Craig Jorgensen. Jerry, when I was going through medical training, I had a teacher ask, what do they call the guy that gets, dang it.
It's the lowest grade.
Gets the lowest grade?
Doctor.
Hurrah. Marine. What do they call the Marine? With no deployments? Marine. Hurrah. That's good. I like that. What about the MP40 or the Tommy gun? Again, I would love to shoot all those. User. Why do I have to buy my own COP to clean my M4 for 4 hours when I could have ATF? Why did I have to buy my own COP? You shouldn't have to buy your own COP, really? What unit were you with? We got it issued extra. I probably still have some left over from boot camp.
That's why he had to buy his own.
Maybe I have all your COP. Still got it. Ed Creedon is here. What's up, Ed? Good to see you. Chicken olive nasty. You kidding me? That was the second best one. Yeah. Mike Smith. I'm the CRAT era. And I missed it. Missed the CRAT era. I saw all the CRAT trash in 29 Palms when we went to the field. But I never, and still to this day, Mike, still have never tried one. I haven't, and I know there's still some out there and they're still shelf stable. I probably wouldn't eat it, but I missed that era. You liked them, Mike? Was it good? And have you had MREs? And which do you like better? Ray, turkey dice with gravy. That was pretty good too. Close to the chicken a la king, actually. That was good. The weight experience. The weights experience. What's your favorite time in the Corps? That's a great question. Favorite time? I mean, it's combat. Reason I joined. Combat, defend our nation, to go fight and not die for my country, let the enemy die for theirs. But I had some awesome times on the drill field. Reborn, right? That regreened me. Loved the drill field. Loved teaching at the Staff NCO Academy. Right? I loved some of my TDY trips. So there was no bad duty. I didn't have a bad duty station or a bad deployment. Some, again, losing Marines is never good, but the deployments themselves. But wasn't my best time in the Marine Corps. But if I had to narrow it down to one answer, it would be my 5.5 years as a sergeant. My time as a sergeant was by far the best. That's when I went to Bridgeport, MCIWS. That's when I was a drill instructor. I did most as a sergeant, probably because I was that ranked the longest. But my time as a sergeant was the best. Good question, though. Appreciate that. Why does the screen keep going out? Jared, Motor T. We had a special way to clean our M16. Use that oven grease or whatever y'all clean the engines with, I'm sure. The stumps, Big Turf, 29 Palms. I love 29 Palms because I was never stationed there. Camp Wilson, 3-4 months at a time, and then leave. Chicken a la king, Mike, the best. MRATs were the grossest thing I ever ate, but that was the only thing they gave us. MRATs, that's the big canister ones. It's like the C-rat. They're in a can, but they're the big ones that feeds a whole platoon or something, right? Or no, those are tray rats. I don't know what MRATs are. MRATs are. 4 Fingers of Death. I never did like that. Big Turbo. Huh? Am I? 97 to 02 from Big Turbo. From start to finish, missed those times. I'm with you, brother. I do too. Mike's favorite C-rat was beans and weenies. I think in that way, the 5 Fingers of Death is sausages or hot dogs. I don't even know what they are. Some people like those. Never did. But beans and weenies, it sounds good. As a C-rat warmed up, I'm sure it's probably much better. Then we start getting the tan ones. So MRATs. I keep wanting to say MRAP because of the MRAP, but MRATs, different. Good on you, Big Turbo. Doc Holliday, Sergeant Major. How can small unit leaders integrate AI ISR feeds in real time without weakening the Corps' culture of initiative and decentralized command? Wow. So one, I think we should integrate AI into everything because the rest of the world is. I don't even know anymore when I'm watching my YouTube videos if it's real or AI. You can't tell anymore. And it's making some people lazy. I think a lot of content creators, it's all AI now. And if I know right away, I'm not going to watch it. I want to see the real, you putting in the work and putting out the product. But if it saves, in the military, if it saves lives, for one, absolutely use it. The less people, I was going to do a short on, is the brig still necessary? There's a couple of MOSs, are they still necessary? That different context of AI, but if we want to free up more Marines to go to the fight, right, do we need to run a brig while we're fighting? Pretrial confinement is the biggest thing for the brig, right? 10 years is the maximum sentence, so anything heinous, murder, something like that, send them to Leavenworth. Send them to a big prison. Civilian, who cares where you send them? Biggest crime in the Marine Corps, the biggest sentence in the Marine Corps is 10 years. Everyone else in the brig is pretrial confinement. So they did something wrong. They wait in the brig till they get their court martial. That could be CCU. We talked about CCU. So it would free all those corrections Marines up to go fight. Just a thought. I don't know why AI made me think of that, but to help with the ISR feeds, real time, would it weaken our culture? I think it's changing with times, Doc. I really do. As a young Marine, I'd never liked change, but now older and retired and more mature, I think change like that is good. So I don't think it'll hurt. There's other things that are hurting our culture and our initiative and other weird rules that some people keep adding in. All right, I want to read that one about the... Oh, I missed it. About DI duty and something. Oh, here it is, from Diesel. Did 2 tours in 3 years of 3-7 era. That's the infantry. During that time, during that 20-year war. Doing deployments didn't mean much unless how much you gave back to the Corps, i.e. drill instructor, recruiter, teach at the schoolhouse. So again, during those times, I was at the Staff NCO Academy when we first started to go to Iraq, right? So I missed like a year because they couldn't pull all the instructors out. Who's going to teach the courses? Because not everybody went like Desert Storm. So there's still people, drill instructors, recruiters, SOI, all the instructor positions, any MOS school, instructors at MOS schools, they all had to stay. And I like what you're saying. That's giving back to the Corps. Deployment, go on deployment. It's serving your nation. But I think it's got to be a well-rounded cycle. Stoner Bob, I had the most fun as sergeant. I'm with you. Mike, what about ham and eggs? Sea rations with cheese. Ham and eggs? I don't remember if they had those.
Any topics tonight?
All right. We ready for our topics? Where is McJunkin and crew? And old Gyrene. Anybody here from old Gyrene? I don't suppose y'all talk to each other, but old Gyrene, if you're watching later, maybe you'll be able to come on later. Prayers are still up for your whole family. We're thinking about you. When you're up for it, get back on. We'd love to see you. We'd love to hear from you. And God bless you and your family, brother. You're in our thoughts and prayers. Old Gyrene. All right. Here's our topics. Let me get caught up first. Steve, yes, Jesus is coming. All right. Talked about church. It's a great message today. Baptisms. Ready for life. I saw that phrase. Where did I see it? On a shirt, on a post. It just, ready for life. And I started thinking, how can that relate to us? Ready for it. Are you ready for life? It didn't say that. It just said ready for life. And I thought it was interesting. I think it was designed to make you think. Then I started thinking, am I ready for life? If I am, when did I get ready? Or when will I actually be ready? Then, of course, through my mind, went through boot camp. High school, then boot camp. Does boot camp prepare you for life? Boot camp prepares you for the Marine Corps, to be a basically trained Marine. Does it prepare you for life? Are there life lessons in boot camp? I'll let you answer that if it impacted you. And then your MOS school, SOI, right? Then MOS school, if you're not infantry. And then your first duty station, your first set of leaders. So when someone asks, what was my favorite time in the Marine Corps? Again, all my duty stations were great. The bad duty stations weren't bad duty stations. They were just bad leaders at that duty station at that time. So nothing will ever ruin, the Marine Corps never ruin anything that they have going on. It's the individual bad leaders in that. That's why we tell everybody, don't judge the Marine Corps off your first duty station. And then even your second or third, if all of a sudden, man, this is the worst duty station I've ever, no, the Marine Corps is still the same. It's the individual leaders that happen to be there at that time, which, surprise, they're going to leave, they're going to rotate, they're going to get out, they're going to whatever, deploy. So that's going to continue to change your entire career. Leaders change. So no bad times in the Marine Corps, just bad leaders. But ready for life. If boot camp didn't do it, SOI didn't do it, your MOS school didn't do it, this is your first duty station. Mentorship, does it just happen? Do you seek out mentors? And of my entire career, and even in JROTC was the first time I had somebody ask me, will you mentor me? I don't know if that's something in the Marine Corps that maybe they need to make that an official program, right? And even interview the mentors, right? Are you someone good to mentor? And then assign Marines to that mentees, and create that. I know we do that anyway, it just automatically happens, right? You see a good staff NCO, a good officer, and you try to emulate them, if you will. It just happens. But should that be an official assignment starting in boot camp? And it may not work in boot camp, but in your MOS school, SOI, definitely would. Your first duty station, right? You have career planners, you have support roles inside of every unit, whether you're infantry or motor T, staff NCOs. And there always seems to be a staff NCO. You're like, what does that guy do anyway? But have one from each rank, a sergeant for the NCOs and below, a staff NCO for the staff. I mean, just obviously probably at least one or two ranks above whoever your mentee is, and just specifically guide them. And just like the counseling sheets, maybe it has changed since I've been in, but you are required to counsel. There's time limits, right? E3 and below is supposed to be once a month. NCOs once a quarter, whatever it is, I don't remember, but it's annotated, mandatory. We should be doing it. And we didn't. Every now and then a CG would come down, or let me see your counseling sheets, and oh shoot, let's get our counseling sheets together. So I got to believe it's probably still not happening like it's supposed to, right? Like these officers spend days and nights in PowerPoint presentations to provide the counseling system. I hope it is, but I think in reality it's probably not. Then you deploy, and it kind of changes. You still counsel almost on a daily basis, but is it documented, right? Who do you have documentation on? The real good Marines and the real bad Marines. But those in-betweeners, they deserve as much as your attention, your mentorship, your counseling. In fact, they deserve it more than the bad ones, for sure. But you end up spending most of your time with the bad ones. So in your career, starting when you stepped on the yellow footprints or showed up at OCS to where you are today, are you ready for life? I don't even remember where I saw that. I saw it. I did this speak to text to my phone just so we could talk about it. Are you ready for life? All right. I know I'm not caught up now because this thing hasn't moved in a little bit. All right. Cameron, you got a point, McBrath, or just don't kill someone so you don't spend 10 years in prison. Sure, but the Marines still do get in trouble. There needs to be a jail system. There needs to be a punishment system, without a doubt. Unfortunately, yes, even the Marines have their bad Marines, or people make mistakes. Murder is not a mistake, I get it. But there is a reason to jail Marines. You've seen Full Metal Jacket, A Few Good Men. So that happens, but instead of taking the personnel, for one, and resources to house someone for 10 years or more, even 10 years, couple years, do we need to be doing it on every single Marine Corps base? Might be even a more deterrent if in the manual for court-martial, you look at it and say, if you do any of these things, you'll be court-martialed, but you're not going to the military brig. You're going to prison in a civilian sector, right? Might be even more of oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't do this. Might be a better deterrent to keep Marines from doing those dumb things that that all service members. And then how many personnel would that free up to go fight? Just a thought. It made me think of that when I did the CCU short. And it was good to hear because when I looked it up, I remember we had CCU in Okinawa. And we'd see the platoon orange jumpsuits. They had port shovels, port brooms, and port rakes. And they were going to break rocks, rake lead, whatever. They were going to something physical, something painful. Literally big rocks, little rocks, big rocks into little rocks. That's what they were doing. But that saved their career. That was a beautiful program. Screwed up, NJP, underage drinking, whatever. You send that Lance Corporal to CCU. Now it's a 30-day program. I think back then we could decide 10 days, 14 days, whatever. You can decide how long. And if the Marine successfully completes those 14 days of CCU, send him right back to his unit like nothing ever happened. No paperwork, no NJP, nothing that's going to ruin his career for later on in his career. So it was great. It's a great program, and I'm so glad that it's brought back. I heard about the one in Lejeune. I haven't heard anyone from Okinawa if it's still going on there. It says Okinawa, though, when I looked it up. Or no, it was Pendleton. Pendleton has it. Either way, it should be on every Marine Corps base. Or near that, like Okinawa, you just need one. It was on Camp Hansen, so any base in Okinawa, they all went up to Camp Hansen. It's a good time. I think my thing is frozen over here. Or unless there's been no comments in a long time because it hasn't moved.
What's the last one you saw?
No, it just did. It just updated. All right. I'm way behind, so if you put something in there, sorry about it. All right. Mike Smith, as a 44XX, I had a hand in processing those birds. There you go. Noah, my dad retired as a gunny. Marines are the kindest people I've ever met. That's good to know, unless you're our enemy. Best friend, worst enemy. All right, David Bryant. I worked the brig when we were breaking rocks and hauling sand piles. You worked at the brig when they were doing that? Or you were in the brig? David Bryant, come clean. Let's go, come clean. Mike Smith says you can do as little as 7 days at company office hours, but it's very rare. I remember that too, 7 days. 7 was like the minimum. Bourbon Baron, I had a guy named Dixon, a Private Marine, until he went to Iraq. A machine. The first one you wanted in a firefight because he was a dog. And that dog bit. So there are those Marines break glass in case of emergency only. There's Marines like that. Look at Lay Cookie. Yeah, Lay Cookie. You know what? Is that when it went away when we were there?
Is that when the Mothers of America got involved?
Yeah, that's when we got soft for a little bit. Mothers of America got involved and everyone started getting participation trophies, and that's too harsh. That would have saved your career, Lay Cookie. And you're that break glass in case of emergency type Marine. So yes, CCU would have been perfect for you. In fact, it would have been kind of a break, a little vacation from our unit. Could have went there for 7 days, break some rocks, who cares, and then come back or motivate again. We probably would have just sent you there just like on a regular basis. Like, okay, he'll be here once a quarter. We're going to send him up there for 3 days just to get away from these idiots we have down here. Man, yeah, was it not running when we were there as young Marines? I don't even remember now. All right. Frank Smith, what do you think of Marine officers? Also, how do prior enlisted officers compare to the ones that are straight out of college? Great questions, Frank Smith. What do I think of Marine officers? Nasty. Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't get offended, anybody. Not at all. And here's what it is. And even what college they went to, I tell this story all the time. I don't know where 95% of the officers I worked with went to college. Didn't matter all that much, and it doesn't matter to the enlisted Marines. It only matters to the other officers, right? Especially the ring knockers, the West Points, the VMIs, Naval Academy, right? The big schools, those matter, and love them. A&M, you hear me, how I fell in love with A&M. So I dig all that. But that only really matters to the other officers and the promotion boards later on. So they're very important. But to the enlisted Marine, again, the only reason I remember this West Point guy, because he had no sense of humor. He was probably an awesome West Pointer, right? He was a ring knocker. He was pretty good as a Marine officer. He was boot. He was boot, but he didn't want to be. He didn't want us to know that he was boot. And it was written all over his face and his conduct and his actions. So that was one of those, I'd use that. Where'd you go to college? And I already knew, right? He was just that easy to mess with. So I don't think, and then we'll talk about prior enlisted that become officers. You would think, as an enlisted, I would think, oh yeah, he's going to be good to go. It's not always true. So what it all boils down to is the character of that man or that woman, period. Whatever their background is. I know an 06, a colonel, prior enlisted, did more than 30 years in, zero leadership, zero respect for the enlisted. So it's like, wait a minute. One of those guys that forgot where he came from. So that happens also. So what do I think about officers? And it's a trick question for me anyway, because I have an enlisted daughter and I'm getting ready to have a Marine officer daughter. It's the character of the Marine, period. Now, if you're going just for, it depends on why you're joining, right? If it's for money, paycheck, the officer route is the way to go. Are you going to enjoy it as much as you would as the enlisted? Depends on what you want to do in the Corps for the Corps. So nothing against them. That's the mature me talking about. Growing up as a young Marine, oh, this guy sucks. These officers suck. Officer this, officer that. Because you don't look at the big picture as a young Marine. When you think about Marines going to fight, Marines are deploying. You think about the enlisted sergeant and below, taking it to the enemy. Oh yeah, and there's probably a lieutenant and a captain in there. I wanted to be part of that Marines going to fight. That was my mentality. But they can't go without the logistics is what the officers do. You can't go without them. And the good officers go on patrol with you anyway. They're just as much in the fight. So interesting. Good question. I love them all because they're Marines. All right. Lay Cookie, refresher course. Brig R&R. That's what Lay Cookie would have used it as. Carrie Polanski's here. What's up, Carrie? Good to see you. I know you share leadership lessons piecemeal over time, but I'm wondering if you have consolidated it anywhere. Maybe publish a book, do a TED Talk type thing. I should have taken notes. All in the works, Carrie. Trust me, I want to do all that. TED Talks, absolutely. I would love to. Consolidated, no. Again, we're still working on it, but we want to have a spot in our channel, leadership, physical fitness, humor, motivation. Again, all in the works, Polanski. And you know anybody? Can you get me on a TED Talk? I'll speak in front of anybody, anywhere, at any time. I'll travel. We'll travel and just spread the motivation, spread the leadership. There's probably a school in southern Texas that needs some, all the above. But no, to answer your question, no. And I do try to sprinkle it, try to talk about all of it. William, Lynn, character of a Marine. So all it boils down to. All boils down to that. What type of Marine are you? And like my dad used to say, the best compliment is, he's a good man. I was saying, if you got that from my dad, it meant the world. It means you're a good man. I'd like to be able to say that about a Marine. A Marine that I see, like, it's a good Marine right there. That is a good Marine. Enough said. Doesn't matter where he came from, what his MOS is, how many combat deployments. If he's got a BIBA, it doesn't matter. I'd like to be called just a good Marine. When you hear it the other way, oh yeah, he's a good dude. Right? I know plenty of the peers. I know sergeants major. Yeah, he's a good dude. Right? Our kids grew up together. They know each other. If you don't use that word Marine when you're talking about a Marine, sergeant major, colonel, you know that character part is missing. Have good character. Hurrah. Michael Romero, good to see you. My father went to Colorado College, received his bachelor's and his master's in sociology. My father also received his master's from the Naval War College. He loves his Marines and they loved him. Good to hear, brother. That's awesome. Naval War College is that I think they push that as well. But that's good. Again, tons of awesome Marine officers, no doubt. Bourbon Baron 81. Thank you so much for your service. I'm a jarhead, but I was out in 4. I have nothing but respect for old heads who care about their troops, care about the mission, care about honor. URAH, Devil Dog. Thank you, Bourbon Baron. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your service. Thanks for being here. URAH. All right. Submarine from Stunt Bum. Retired Army Master Sergeant here, 01 to 21. Take care, buddy. Thanks for being here. Soldier, whoop, Master Sergeant, URAH. Motivated. Love seeing other services here. Appreciate you. All right.
And 01 to 21, that was 20 years.
20 years. Man, so people do full careers.
01 to 21.
01 to 21. Good on you. What do you do now, Stunt Bum? Because we talk about transition a lot after, and I haven't. Oh yeah, it's my third topic. That's good. Love to see that. Heading to the kitchen. You want anything from Stoner Bob? Hook up, surprise us, Bob. I would love to have some of your cooking one day. Hunter Collins said, my dad always said that he and I were stereotypical Marines, not good ones. Well, your stereotypical Marine are good Marines because that's what they do. They work hard, but they play hard. Dan Daly. What's the story of Dan Daly? Dan Daly, Smedley Butler, 2 medals of honor. I don't remember the details of each one, but 2 medals of honor each. Pretty significant to get 1. 2? They got 2 medals of honors each. David Bryant, Sergeant Major, worked at Leavenworth Brig at McTee in Okinawa, Brig at Camp Lejeune. I was on the outside. Okay, you worked at him. Okay, you were an inmate. You worked at him. So David Bryant, what do you think about that idea? Are they necessary, or should we just get rid of the middleman, send them to prison? If there's something that bad where they need to be in prison for 10 years or up to 10 years, I don't know, make a limit, 5 years, 2 years. If it's something serious that they're going to prison, going to the brig for more than 2 years, send them out in town because there can't be that many. I don't know of that many Marines that get that court-martial where they get sentenced to actually 10 years. Did you see any get sentenced to 10 years? So I have a feeling the majority of corrections are pretrial confinement, right? Maybe 6 months, a year, and you get out early. David Bryant, that's it. Let's hear it. You're the duty expert. I was just thinking all those corrections, because there's a lot of MPs. I know we reinforce them with civilians, most of them prior service, but civilians to free up more MPs to go fight. What if we did that to the brig, reduced their capacity for necessary reasons? Again, if you're going to prison for more than 2 years, boom, gone. All right. Young gone. Should I go Army or Marines? Anyone? Anyone helping with that? Friends don't like friends. Join the Army. All depends on what you want to do, brother. We one team here, one team, but primarily Marines. When will the Marine Corps allow black socks in green on green? Never. Nolan Cruz Smith. What's the big deal with it anyways? Uniformity. URAH. That's why Marines are fanatical about being Marines. One team. Nolan Cruz Smith. Get your whole company. Get your whole platoon. You do platoon PT, get your whole platoon to wear black socks on that day and that day only. Just don't run by the CP. Don't let the Sergeant Major see you. URAH. Hunter Collins. In context, we drank, smoked, and fought and purchased high APR cars. Yeah, that's a typical, stereotypical Marine right there. Nailed it. Roger Sawyer. So Sergeant Major served for 4 years, 66 to 70. Semper Fi, Devil Dog. Paved the way. You and some others on here paved the way for us young guys. So appreciate you. Thank you for your service. Guilty of being right, Sergeant Slaughter, era. My receiving DI made us all read Smedley Butler's War's a Racket out loud. Is that right? You had time to do that in receiving? I guess so. Receiving's pretty crazy, but there is time because you don't sleep during receiving week. That's good. It's good, man. I wish I would have thought about that. Even a message to Garcia. That's about a 15-minute read, so you could read that. Dustin Westbrook. I feel so honored to live in the 250th anniversary of our nation and our Corps. God bless and Semper Fi. All right. Mira's Vision. Good afternoon, sir. I'm currently getting ready to enlist in the Army as a 21-year-old female. Any advice on how to get through MEPS smoothly and get physically and mentally ready for BCT? Just like I tell Marines, Poolees, going to the Marine Corps, physically fit and mentally tough. MEPS is really, that's all paperwork. So as long as you're DMV is where I had a problem, but as long as everything is legit and you sign where you're supposed to sign, you're going to pass a physical. You can't be pregnant. I think as long as your paperwork is in order, you had a good recruiter, MEPS is a breeze. MEPS is really, again, the logistical part of getting you, and you swear in, you sign, and bring your family. It's pretty historic moment in your life, so bring your family. You'll go twice. You'll go the first time just to make sure you're qualified and everything's straight. And if you have to fix anything, and then the night before you ship out, you'll go to MEPS again. Same thing. You'll swear in one more time, take some photos, and get on the bus. So nothing really to prepare for except your records. And then Army, just like any other basic training, physically fit and mentally tough. All right. And again, none of the services are as physically demanding or mentally demanding as the Marines, but you can prepare for the worst, right? All right. Santino Jose. There's a DI who owned an ice cream shop. Every time a customer walked in, the only ice cream in his lungs, the only flavor you can have is ice cream. I like that. Ice cream. That's a parasite. You scream aye. Scream no, sir. Drone instructor's got to tell you to scream it. Drill instructor hadn't done his job. Mike Smith, I saw three in my 4 years in 76, 15 years for rape. Wow. Another got 10 years for aggravated assault with intent to murder. 89, a master sergeant, MSGer, got life for murder. So again, it does happen. And to my point, Mike, should we waste assets and resources and money by keeping them in the brig on base? Those guys should go to prison out in town for the rest of their life for murder, rape, and aggravated assault with intent to murder. That's life in prison, a civilian prison. They don't rate to be on base. They don't deserve any benefits of being on base, in my opinion. Us young guys. Yes, Jared, us young guys. Us young guys. Dove, God bless you. Thank you. All right. Shipping out my nephew out to Poland. Oh, I started to pair sound. I saw the P. John McJunkin just got a notification just now. John McJunkin, you got a comm Marine there? You need to have someone look at your system. I'm going to read this from David Bryant. Welcome, John McJunkin and crew. Our first topic was, are you ready for life? You preparing all your crew over there to be ready for life? If not, boot camp and follow on will get them ready for life. Confidence. Confidence versus competence, or confidence without competence. I'll let that sit in for a minute. Confidence and bearing. I swear, confidence can get you by, get you over on a lot of things. Inspections, anything you're getting ready to do, you have a confidence. You walk into a room with confidence. Demand confidence in that room. Some people got it and some don't. Speaking in front of a crowd, all you gotta have is confidence, right? And then people will listen. But confidence without competence is dangerous. Leadership is all leadership. Let that sink in for a minute. Confidence without competence. You got a lot of fakers out there. John McJunkin, welcome. What habits did you develop in the Marines that you think civilians should adopt? Unselfishness. Boom. Number one, unselfishness. It's a team. Military's a team. Do it for your brothers and sisters, to your left and to your right, everyone. Unselfishness is the best habit. Think about others first. Even in the military, some don't. All right, thank you. It makes me feel better, excited to serve our country and be a part of something bigger. Hurrah. David Bryant, Fort Leavenworth, minimum time served would be 18 months. Minimum, 18 months. Maximum is life in prison or death by execution. That's Fort Leavenworth. So maybe even that, maybe not a civilian prison, but anyone over 2 years, you get sentenced over 2 years, you're going to Leavenworth. Again, it could be a deterrence for someone to screw up. I don't think that civilians in a military prison would work, not as dedicated. So you think Leavenworth is harder than civilian prison? We should bring Alcatraz back. Interesting, David Bryant. But Leavenworth, instead of these base brigs, if you get sentenced over 2 years, and let me know, is that even reasonable? You do something bad enough to get sentenced over 18 months, or you said the minimum is 18 months. Oh, that's the minimum. Maximum is life at Fort Leavenworth. I like that. Again, Marine Corps is always trying to save money. More Marines to the fight. Because are our brigs ever, did you ever see one to capacity, overflowed, where you had to send them somewhere else? Or Marines ever that bad? Like in the, maybe back then, David, but nowadays, are there? Big Turbo right there. Send them to Leavenworth. I 100%. 0621. Hunter Collins. Something's wrong with John McJunkin's notification. But it's not just you, John. There's a lot of people that don't get notifications. It's on. It's checked. I hear, right, happens to Ray. Carrie Ann Marie. Where's Carrie Ann Marie? She goes, I didn't get notified. It happens to a lot of us. So I don't even know if mine are on or not. So I don't think that's not a tech issue. I think it's a YouTube issue. The rape case in Iwakuni, he managed to avoid life in Japan. Tell me that overseas. We had a kid get in trouble while we were on deployment in Alaska. Prison type trouble. He beat the living daylights out of this a female, just someone he was trying to hit on. Horrible, terrible, terrible story. They took him from us. He was attached to us from another unit. They to Alaska police, so it's civilians. And in their jail system, you have to have family there to bring you stuff. And I mean, you're serving hard time like in a foreign country. It just seemed horrible. Like we couldn't even bring him anything commissary type stuff. It had to be family only. And he had no family in Alaska. What's up, McBrien? Good to see you. How's things? Easier. It's got a little more relaxed now, right? Is what I'm hearing at A&M, Corps of Cadets. Get some, McBrien. Good to see you on here. Thanks for joining us. All right, 0321. Get after it, Pantera. Here we go, Adam East. From the 2026 Courts Martial, January list. Consistent with the plea agreement, the military judge sentenced the accused to a dishonorable discharge and 10 years confinement. So did he assign him 10 years confinement because that's the maximum at our brig? Kind of, I rest my case. The JLP says, I rest my case. So Would he have gotten more than 10 years if that wasn't our limit? If they sent him out to Leavenworth or a civilian prison, would he have gotten more? Is 10 years going easy? Because that's the maximum length of our brig. Interesting. I don't know if that is even ever looked at or talked about. All right. Alcatraz. That's what I'm saying. Open it back up. Recon is awesome for sure. Pantera, absolutely. Good on you. And you can enlist now for recon. You used to have to 0311, and then you work your way to recon. Now you can enlist right for recon. So hopefully that's working out. I haven't heard anything bad about it. But good on you. I also just want to push myself to the absolute limit and want to achieve all I can. On you. It's a mindset, Pantera, mindset. 100%. You can do all that. You got to be ready for it. How bad do you want it? Right? Pushing yourself. You should be killing yourself every day till you go. Because they're going to do it there. Once you get there, they're going to test you. Wimsley, they told me as both fuelers, we were bred from the brig, legacy of trouble. We did our best to live up to our legacy. Every unit has those. How about 9th Com in Okinawa, 9th Crime? Because they always got in trouble. Was that really? How'd you feel if you're a staff NCO getting assigned to 9th Crime Battalion? It all depends on the timing. McBrien says, I don't know about relaxed. Better though, right? Let's just use the word better. McBrien, it's got to be a little, maybe not relaxed. I got that. Not while you're a fish. It's gotten a little better. Not as bad. Like here's a compliment. I used to tell the Marines or the cadets when they drilled, that one didn't suck as the last one. That's a compliment. So maybe now it doesn't suck as much as it did first semester. Bulldog, serious offenders would be discharged anyway. Why keep them in the military brig? I'm with you, Bulldog. That's my whole point. If they're going to be dishonorably discharged anyway, because here's what we're paying for, give them a time, 2 years. Give them the 18 months, because in that, if they're married, that's when the family's got to get their stuff together. They got to move. If they live on base, they got to give the wife and kids, husband, whatever, give them time to get all their affairs in order while your dumbass husband did what he did, got all y'all kicked off base because they got to go. Instead, 10 years, does that family still live on base 10 years? Do they rate housing for a Marine family that didn't get in trouble? Right? We're just dumping assets into something that we don't need to be. Marine Corps, we have the least amount of money, least amount of assets. We do more with less. Why can't we have a little more? Give us a little more people more Marines to the fight, pull them out of brig watch. You're watching 2 inmates. More trigger pullers. All right. Adam East wanted to go to BRC, basic recon course. I told you about my attempt at BRC. I didn't want to go. I mean, I did because recon kicks butt. I just wanted to go to jump school and scuba school. That's really all I wanted to do. And in Okinawa, they messed with all the recon. I used to mess with recon. They had this rock outside their company office, had the wings and the bubbles painted on it. Recon kicks butt, big boulder. And one night, as the good engineers do, we rolled that baby over. And they got mad and wanted to fight and whatever. And they did the you couldn't hang anyway. So I took the BRC, I took the recon, what was it called? NDOC, recon NDOC, that 48 hours of just kicking your butt. It was fun, kicked my butt. I failed. The part I did the worst on was call for fire at that time. We had never, as engineers, I was a corporal. I had never learned how to call for fire, the 9 line. I couldn't do the 9 line. But that's just because it was new to me. So I ran, pack, ruck, sweating, crawling, low crawl, got to the radio that said call for fire on this grid. I just grabbed the mic and said, fire, 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 1, 2, 6, 9, 8, 4. I didn't do the whole 9 line. It was fun. The rest of it was pretty fun though. Is Kimi Cocoa Puffs on here?
You know, it says cuckoo for Christmas.
Cuckoo for Kimi is here. I didn't see her pop up. Oh. All right. Found an old book, then saw you. Hanging with Christopher. I found an old book and then saw you. What old book? United States Marines, the first 200 years. I'm positive you read that. Have I read the first 200 years?
You're probably in there.
Yeah, I might be in there. All right.
Years ago.
Lay Cookie. Wonder how many people sign up for recon but end up not making it and end up in both fuel. So that's again, I haven't read that stat anywhere, but you know a lot. You know a lot. That's why I don't think there's anything wrong with the old system for recon. You sign up 0311, you go to SOI, you go to your unit, and then I'm sure you volunteer for it, but you have to be selected for it. Then you go to BRC. Then you become recon. So you got some Marine time. You got some time in service under your belt first. You're not just a boot straight out of SOI. So I wonder how it's working too, Lay Cook. I wonder the same thing. Grab car. Sarge, do you have a flying license? I do not. I got my air crew wings though, crew wings from my time in the air wing in Hawaii. Loadmaster. Went to Loadmaster school. All right. Lou Perkins. Good evening, brother. U.S. Army combat engineer, veteran, sapper. We got a sapper here. God bless you, my brother. Stay away from the green crayons. Red. I switched to red a while ago. Good to see you, sapper. Lou Perkins. Thanks for being here, brother. Hua. All right, here we go. John McJunkin and crew. This pertains to our topics because I got to stick to my topics. Ready for life or confidence versus competence? Let's see. Det Poolee Schulte asks, took my ASVAB, got a 68. I felt I could have done better, but my recruiter said it's okay since I'm going infantry and possibly MARSOC. Should I retest? Yes and no. Should you retest? Yes, to do better. You want to do better just to open up more for you, even though all you need is a 50 to be infantry. So you made it. You're in. You're good. Why not retest? You keep your highest score. Excuse me. I would want to do it just for personal satisfaction. Study for about 2-3 weeks. And next time your school offers it, take it again. You don't need to. So should you take it again? No. Should you take it again just to prove to yourself that you can do better? Yes. Mixed answers. I get it, but I would want to take it again to get a higher score, even though you don't need to. Well, good on you. Infantry, you're good. You're set. Get in shape. Start studying. Stay with that crew, and they'll make sure you're ready before you go. Barons, God bless those recon Marines. I used to watch those guys train back in 2001. Nothing but respect for the warriors of warriors. They're beasts. They are beast mode, without a doubt. Jay Daly, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Hunter Collins, my biggest flex in the air wing was knowing how to call for fire and CASEVAC. Now I could do it in my sleep. That's from deployments, preparing for deployments. Tried my best to teach young guys how to do it. Their eyes were always glazed over. That's something you have to do over and over and over. 10,000 hours makes you an expert at anything. 10,000 hours of calling for CASEVAC. That's the kind of proficiency you want to have when you go to combat. Here's the thing, too, dealing with many facts, forward air controllers, officer pilots, that they hang out in the COC with you. Those guys, pilots who have had call for fire, delivered rounds downrange, bombs on the impact, they'll tell you this. A good pilot will tell you, hey, you know when you're at a party and you ran out of gas and you're trying to get a ride home, or your car runs out of gas and you call your buddy and say, hey, come pick me up. He says, where are you? And you look around and say, wow, you know that 7-Eleven, the 7 is blown out and it's right across the street from Whataburger. Yeah, I'm right at the intersection, 200 yards from that, on the west or east side, if you know your west or east, whatever. I'm on the west side of that 7-Eleven with the 7 burnt out. the pilot you can talk the pilot on the target, a good pilot. Now he said, worst case scenario, you want to use that 9-line, obviously, boom, they plug stuff in their computer, you're reading it, you have all the notes written down, boom, bombs on target. But CASEVAC, again, you want to, before we'd go on a patrol, as a sergeant major, I'd just talk to individual Marines as we're getting ready, getting our war gear on, tightening the straps up. Give me CASEVAC at this grid, just so I can hear them. And infantry grunts are amazing. They can do it. The call for fire, 9-line, what's a grid? You give them a grid, they'll call it. I don't know, you tell me, what's a grid of our pause right here? Boom, 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 boom. They punch it in. You want to be able to do it that well. Even everybody in the infantry, everybody in the battalion needs to know how. You don't know when you'll be on a convoy and something could happen. Don't rely on the infantrymen, the grunts, to call for fire, to call for CASEVAC. Know how to do it. You need to be comfortable with it. All right. Ready for life, confidence versus competence. I'm trying to think where I saw that one. And what it said was confidence without competence. Here's where I see all the stuff is comments from you on the shorts and shirts at the gym. Really is where I get content from, driving to and from the gym, thinking about stuff, what I just saw. I think that was a shirt. Confidence without competence. And all I could think of how dangerous that is. John McJunkin, I'll hit that one in a second. Yes, I'll hit it real quick. Has there ever been an enlisted Marine to make it into Annapolis Academy? Yes, there has. Yes, I don't think that's not far-fetched at all. He's got to put in for it. Be highly competitive. It's highly competitive, so be highly qualified. But yes, you can. So the first thing I thought of when I saw that, confidence, I love preaching confidence. You got to have confidence wherever you go, whatever you do, whatever you're doing. You go into a class for the first time. You don't know anything about the brief that you're getting briefed on something. I'll go into a brain surgeon conference. Obviously know nothing about brain surgery, but I'm going to go in there with confidence. I'm going to show up early. I'm going to find out where the brief, who's giving the brief, where the screen is, what's the best seat, where the head is, where the exits are. That just builds your confidence going into something you have no idea what you're getting into. Same with combat. You go on that battle, you step off friendly lines with confidence. Now, will confidence get you over in combat as much as it will on a meritorious promotion board? Different kind of confidence. But that same confidence, without the competence behind it, now you're setting yourself up for failure when it comes to life, when it comes to leadership, when it comes to leading any organization or mentoring people. You can have all the confidence in the world, but if you have no idea what you're talking about, it's going to be visible. You're going to destroy your credibility. And I experienced that recently in the last chain of command I worked for. Confident. Most of them are pretty confident. The competence part is what they're lacking terribly. And you don't see it right away because the confidence. Again, a uniform inspection, a CG, IG inspection, or JROTC, whatever, competition, what does that last? 3 minutes? Overall, about 9 minutes? Can confidence get you over in a 9-minute, 3-minute inspection? Yes. A drill evaluation? Yeah, absolutely. PFT. But leading an organization, leading a platoon into combat, you're the CEO, you're the president of an institution. That confidence is only going to get you so far if you don't have the competence, meaning you don't know what you're doing. Fake it till you make it doesn't work for an extended period of time. It works for that inspection, right? It works for standing that duty post. It works. Until it's something prolonged where results start to tell the difference. You have high turnover. Employees coming and going. They're not staying very long. Or they do invest 4 or 5 years and then they leave. something is missing in the competence part of confidence versus competence. So here's what gets in the way though. Ego. Ego gets in the way of those leaders, those low competent, confident leaders. They look good and they sound good, right? In the military, you're wearing the uniform, you look sharp. Look sharp, act sharp. Problem is you're acting because you don't have the competence to back it up. I'm going to just keep talking out the side of my neck. And is that an old guy saying? He was just talking out the side of his neck. He wasn't saying anything, and he surely wasn't backing it up with any kind of action. Leadership is action. You're not a boss anymore. You're not even a manager. You're a leader. So if you have the confidence, yes, I can be in charge. Give me the T-shirt that says I'm in charge. Right? The front parking spot, the big office with the bathroom in it. That's not what makes the leader. That confidence may have gotten you there, but competence is what is going to drive that organization into the ground. Too many times. Confidence without competence.
Confidence or incompetence will drive it into the ground.
Well, confidence without competence. So incompetence. I only wrote it like that because I ran out of space.
That's incompetence.
That's pretty incompetent of me. So confidence without competence. And they're very close.
But you're confident.
But I'm confident about it. Hey, whose team are you on over there? What John McJunkin say? All right. Dep Poolees Strickland asks, is it possible for a recruit to stay on an Atkins diet? No fruits, no veggies, no dairy, no potassium, just meat only. In boot camp, it's possible, but you're going to go hungry because you don't get seconds of the protein. You don't get seconds. You go through that line, and trust me when I tell you, you're going to get as much food as you can and eat all of it if you have time. Chow hall now is a little softer than what it used to be, so you're going to have time to eat all your chow. Go get a second glass of milk. But you only go through the line once. So eat everything. I don't recommend it. How about that? Is it possible? Yes. Do I recommend it? No. Eat everything. It's 3 months. Get back on whatever diet you want to after. But you're going to be hungry. You're burning 10,000 calories. So you want that at minimum 2,000 calories a meal. Minimum. So eat as much as you possibly can. Even desserts. Even if you don't eat desserts, you're going to work it off. Trust me. So possible, yes. No need to do it. My opinion. That's just IMO, in my opinion.
So if you can stay on an Atkins diet.
Well, yeah, you can stay on. If you're already on it, you can stay. But again, you have the luxury right now of being on Atkins diet because you're at home and you can get extra meat when you're hungry.
It'd be possible to stay.
Huh?
It wouldn't be possible. In boot camp,
Yeah, you just don't eat everything. You just only eat the meat.
it's not going to get enough calories.
Were you listening to what I was saying?
No, I wasn't. I was reading comments.
Yeah. She's repeating what I said in her version. So she says no. But again,
Stay on it for 3 months while you're at boot camp.
can you stay on it? Yes, you can. Highly discouraged. You need the calories. Boom. From the producer. Good answer, by the way. Very good answer. Are you messing with me? I'm going to lift my shirt up right now. She's messing with me. There's something on my face.
You're good.
Whatever.
Oh my God. Stop.
James Lucas. Do you make money streaming? Do I make money streaming? Does it look like I make any money? Does it look like I have money?
Who asked that? Can people make money streaming?
Do people make money? Do you make money streaming? I dodged an EFP on Route Vernon in '09. Just a different topic? You switching gears on me? My old platoon sergeant told me we were paying AQI at the... I'm not following you, Lucas.
The Iraqis and the Maddies?
The Iraqis and the Maddies not to fight.
Who are they?
I don't know. He's messing with me. All right. Hang with Christopher. May I ask about the first promotion board, the very first promotion board? Yes. You're very too right, sir. So many people is incompetent to do the job. Sad but true. Yeah. Creativity is intelligence, having fun. Hang with Christopher. May I ask about the first promotion board? So the first promotion board, I don't know which one you're talking about. Lance Corporal to Corporal, you're talking about those promotion boards, or the Staff NCO one where it's Headquarters Marine Corps. That's a promotion board. Hang with Christopher down here. Says 1,000 holy cow, 10,000 holy cows sounds about right. But to hear, I like that. Eat quick, don't think about it. Yeah, eat it all, eat everything. Baron, acknowledge your weakness and attack it like a pit bull. Take criticism and move forward. Screenshot that, everyone. Acknowledge your weakness and attack it like a pit bull or a devil dog. Take criticism and move forward. That's what my last boss could not do. Take any criticism whatsoever, as wrong as he was. And I still don't know. Did he know he was wrong and didn't care, or was that lost? He didn't know he was wrong. But recognize know yourself and seek self-improvement. It's a leadership principle. Know yourself and seek self-improvement. We all need to do that. Jared, I want a parking spot. That's what some leaders, that's all they want though. Problem, you wouldn't be a leader like that. You'd get a parking spot, but you wouldn't just have a parking spot. You wouldn't just have the t-shirt on the back, I'm in charge. You would work, right? Getting promoted, having that leadership billet is not less work. Your work triples when you get in those positions. Too many times people get in that leadership position and stop. They stop working. I made it to the top, right? It's all about me. Whew, man. All right. Better tell her she's correct. My advice to Sergeant Major. Aye. Private. She was right. That was a good recommendation for the Atkins diet. She was on it. It was very good.
Do you see Hunter Collins?
Hunter Collins.
Super chat?
No. I got to get caught up. Sorry. Hunter Collins. Here's a little just to say you do make money streaming. It ain't much, but it's what I got. Hunter Collins. Appreciate you. Yes. Whoever asked that question right there. Thank you, Collins. Appreciate you, brother. Oh, Slim Shady. I never received a call from you. I've been waiting for a while. If we can still hop on a call, I would love to. Dang it. No excuses. Know yourself and seek self-improvement. I'm so far behind in emails. Anyone on there, even Doc. I left Doc hanging for a little while. I'm a mess. Slim Shady. I'll make that happen, brother. I apologize. I'm sorry. I will. Slim Shady. And look, I'm going to wait till the dust settles. Wrong. That dust ain't never going to settle.
Anyone can see your messy notes.
You can see my notes? I got you, brother. Thank you for reminding me. Again, apologize. We're getting on that call. Green smoke popped. Yes, he did. Hunter, thank you. From the producer, Hunter. So kind of you. Thank you very much. And you got a salute. You gave him a salute? Hurrah. Starmander, get your DV plates and you'll have a parking spot. If you rate those, yes, that is one way.
Share that information I shared with you about the DV plate and the airport.
Some airports, if you have the DV plate, in Texas, I know it literally says you have to have the letters D and V, Delta and Victor on your license plate. That's a DV plate. You get it from DMV. You show them your disability rating. In Texas, I think it's if you're rated 50% or higher, you can get DV plates. You apply for it. A doctor, you have to get your physician to sign and say, yes, he is disabled in this area. You can get DV plates and placards. Airports, Texas, I know for sure, and maybe not all airports, but the ones I've used in Texas, DV plate, that's all you need. California, just come to find out, has it also. I don't know what airports, but San Diego, DV plate and a placard. You have those two things and you sign up for it. Online probably.
Sign up at San Antonio.
Oh, you sign up in San Antonio?
You sign up in San Antonio, you don't have to sign up in San Diego.
Oh,
You
oh,
have to
oh.
pre-enroll in San Diego.
Oh, in San Antonio now you have to pre-enroll. So if you plan on leaving your car there for anything more than 24 hours, I highly recommend you do it because some airports are like $35 for one day, 24 hours. So DV plates, placard, find out if you have to sign up for it, pre-register for it. I've used it in Texas. Amazing. Parking for free, like for a week, 10 days at a time. So check it out. I don't know how, again, 50 states, I don't know how they all work, but whatever state you're from, check into it. 50% is Texas. I don't know. Again, yeah, who knows? Do some research.
Okay, Macintosh has a question too about Slumco.
Macintosh. I don't see, oh, Steve Macintosh. How did you guys make Slimco bat staff last year? It's Macintosh from 23, but just mind-boggling. You see my mind boggling? Please don't include me in that you guys statement. The leadership pitfalls I talk about, I got from that place. So no, I asked that same question over and over and over. Slimko's a good kid. Remember I was talking about either you're a good Marine or you're a good guy. He's a good kid. So nothing against. And they offered it to him, and he took it. So nothing against him, but he did not. Yeah, I'm with you, Macintosh. Who knows? The whole system they got over there is. Whew. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone could answer that. And he didn't make it the whole year either, by the way. He didn't. And that's a lot of. And that's all those questions about a lot of people on bad staff and really a lot of people in staff, the employees. I have the same question for. All right, Slim Shade, it's all good. I'll email your team again tomorrow. Thank you for being so supportive of your viewers. Semper Fi, brother. Semper Fi, Slim Shade. I appreciate you. All right, Poolee Dawkins from the John McJunkin crew. My brother went behind my back to enlist in the Corps. With me, but I don't want to do it on my own. Can I tell the recruiter to send him to the Navy? You hate your brother? Why would you do that?
No, he added an addendum saying he wants to do boot camp without his little brother.
Oh, you want to do it just without your little brother, and you want him to be a Marine, but just not at the same time. No, I mean don't do that to him. Don't send him to the Navy.
We're not being the same.
But you just go a week later or a week before. You go before your older brother. You go before. Make him go at a later date. But that's between y'all. My name's Paul, and that's between y'all. I don't think it's a bad thing to go with your brother. I would have went with neither one of my brothers would have made it. But I think it'd be cool. Again, your relationship with your brother. And the recruits are going to know. They're going to find out. Drill instructor is going to find out if you're in the same platoon. Good point, but that's on you. That's on you, and that's on him. You do what you want to do. If your brother's underage, it's up to your parents, or if you're underage. But if you feel that strongly about it, I suggest you and your brother talk about it. All right, just a one-on-one. You two say, look, let's do our own thing. Let's not live off each other's name. Let's not put a target on us, right? Yeah, I'll tell you right now as a drill instructor, is when I thrashed a brother, if I had brothers, when I thrashed one, I'd call the other one. Hey, you're doing this with your brother. So, and that's just me as a drill instructor. But I didn't do it. Shut your mouth. Your brother did. So you're both paying. But it could be, you could also be there for each other, right? There's 89 of you. If none of you know each other, you'll know somebody. So it's interesting. No worries, McJunkin. Typing faster than your brain. I think you do everything faster than your brain, John McJunkin. That's interesting, though. You and your brother need to have a good sit down, heart to heart, and just discuss it. All right. Baron, to all my young Marines, invest now. Solid, Baron. Buy the whole market or just S&P? You deserve the world and you can have it. Honor and service first, then match your party money with constant investing. Amen. 100%. Couldn't agree more. And people probably told me when I was younger, I didn't listen to them. I wish I would have. You imagine the money I'd have now. But definitely invest. And don't waste your money on partying. I did have a little awakening halfway through Okinawa when I was broke, living payday to payday to go out in Kinville and drink. Finally, somebody snatched me up and said, bro, take your butt to the gym. It's free. Stop living paycheck to paycheck. Eat in the chow hall, work out in the gym. All that's free. And I was able to save some money. Right there, Bulldog went with his double first cousin. Jared, me and my uncle are the only two Marines in 4 generations of military. USMC isn't for everyone, only us tough guys. Hurrah. 808, Jill, SgtMaj Cece, best JRTC instructor I've had in Kapolei High School, Cadet Lance Corporal. Iala, what's up, Iala? Good to see you. Awesome. Congratulations. Get some. Where are you? Where are you stationed now?
He didn't say he joined.
Oh, Cadet Lance Corporal Iala. I was thinking Lance Corporal Iala. It plays you'd be more than a Lance Corporal by now. Iala. What are you doing now, Iala? Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Driving his taco in the rain and those floods.
Yeah, if you're in Hawaii, you got some floods going on right now. Be careful. Christian Salisbury, what you got? How long is Navy boot camp? How long is Navy boot camp? Maybe 8 weeks? Anybody know?
Not long enough.
Yeah, not long enough. Navy boot camp. I don't think it's not. Marine Corps boot camps are longest at 13 weeks. So it might be 8 or 10 weeks. A little vacation before you start your Navy career. Watch the videos. I've watched all the videos when Annie Benani was deciding on services and such. We watched boot camp for all of them. And boot camp's tough, I think, for one day. And then they kind of ease up on you. Which one? Right there.
Yala's nose.
Yala.
Can I bring him my Scion?
I'm in my career as an automotive technician for Toyota in windward side of Oahu. Send us an email. I got a car you need to look at. Seriously, send us an email with your contact information. Yala, we got a car. 2015, 16? I mean 6?
What are you talking about? The BB?
Yeah. 05 XB. Toyota Scion XB. We call it the BB. Scion XB. What do you know about those? It won't start. It's got some kind of mechanical thing under the dash. Beautiful car. She's kept great care of it over the 21 years old. Looks great. It's in great shape, low mileage, but something mechanical underneath the dashboard. What is it? Electrical. We need help with that baby. If not, I'm going to drive it off into Waianae and just leave it there. It'll be gone in a day. All right, Dep. Yeah, good for you, buddy. That's awesome. Good to hear. Toyota's a great company. Sign up to enter. I missed the name for John McJunkins. Did you catch that? And now I can't move. What's the Poolee from McJunkins? I signed up to enter service the day after my graduation. My parents said to wait a week after, but I want to go. I can't move this right now. Can you? Or just tell me what it says. Oh, I got it. Poolee Gilroy says, I signed up to enter the service the day after my graduation. My parents said, wait a week, but I want to get going ASAP. I'm with you. I'd want to go ASAP. I don't see a problem with that at all. As long as all your affairs are in order, the next day that's pretty quick. But if that's when that school seat is or that boat space is and you got to, is a recruiter telling you you have to? Because you don't. You ship when you want to. Mostly. If you want to ship tomorrow and there's nothing available, then you won't be able to. But if you want to push it out, you can push it out. So if you want to, talk to your recruiter. But I'm with you. I would want to go right away. Why not? Everyone knows, and that's 6 months from now, 5 months from now till you get out of school. So completely on you. Salisbury. I was in JROTC, ROTC cadet. Come on, I keep. And Harker Heights High School cadets in Texas for 2 years ago. Great way to start. Air Force is 6. USMC Air Force is 6 weeks. That's a lot of dining hall visits. 6 weeks. That's pretty quick. Watching Gomer Pyle. Who said that? Stoner Bob convinced him to be a Marine. Shazam, Shazam, Shazam. There's our email right now, right there for everybody from the producer, SFMF.com @gmail.com. Yalla, be looking for it. Love Gomer Pyle. Goes out for 2 weeks, comes back smoking a cigar. Sell it for parts, Stoner Bob said. Ooh, Stoner Bob.
It's in perfect condition.
Right there, Yala. You see that? It's an issue with the instrument panel. Drains the battery. Was supposed to take it to Manapua. You see, I'm hungry. Mapuna. But the guy quit, so back to square one. Manapua sounds pretty good right now. Kenville was awesome. East Coast. Barron's, that's my bar, East Coast. Was my second home, but invest and remember, you serve God and country first. Amen, Barron. And I was saved. I was saved and got me out of the East Coast, spending all my money. Yes, it was my second home. He even locked me in there a couple of nights, just to let me sleep it off till the next morning. It was a civilian guy, American guy running it for a while. Married a Japanese Okinawa girl. Was a Marine, got out, stayed there. He ran. This would be way before your time, I'm guessing. A white dude, his Okinawan wife, they ran East Coast, and that's why I'm deaf today, because there's nothing but speakers. A bar stools, and speakers. Huge. Love the East Coast. Jerry, he can fix it, but I'll never buy another Scion.
I could tow it there. I would.
Yeah.
What, you got a super.
We need a boat, Jared. It's in Hawaii. So if he can float it over there. Yeah, it says, I'm starting off from the beginning as a beginner technician, so I'm learning the basics, but my weakness is tracing electric diagnosis. There you go. You can use this as a training tool. Right? We're down for that, because right now it's just sitting in my driveway, collecting dust, taking up space. So seriously, shoot us an email, sfmf.com @gmail.com. Let's talk. And talk to your boys at work tomorrow. See if anyone knows what they know about it. I'll gladly have AAA towed over there for you. It's a ground wire or battery. No, neither one, Jared. It's in the instrument panel, something that needs to be soldered. I think it's an easy fix. We just don't know I don't know how to do it. It is a ground wire, but I don't know how to solder. Oh, so I can DIY it. And she did. She watched tons of videos. I was going to attempt it. We've been on the move way too much. So I got to see a short of you singing the Marines hymn. I sing it every time I hear it. Graduations, birthday balls, by myself, as confident as I am. Yeah, I would sing it for you guys. I would do it. I'm going to do it. Marines hymn. All 3 verses, of course. Stoner Bob, after graduation, I had to wait till July to turn 17 and join.
The blue smoke and the green smoke?
Nope, and nope. Look, there's a blue arrow, though. That means, and it passed right over him. Come on, man. WW, thank you, brother. Hurrah. Hua and Semper Fi. Green smoke. Intern, internet surfer. Got a company FEX coming up. Field exercise, if you don't know. Field exercise, FEX. Got a company FEX coming up. It will be wet and cold. Maybe. No maybe about it. It's going to be wet and cold. What would have you recommended to bring extra? Socks, and then more socks. Got to take care of your feet. Poncho liner, all your issued gear really is enough. Especially today, I'm sure you got some great gear. So bring all of your wet weather gear, poncho liner, Gore-Tex top and bottom, but socks and underwear. Maybe throw one more set of camis in and one more set of boots. Biggest thing, I can't believe I didn't say this first. Pack all your stuff in Ziploc baggies individually, or maybe 2 pair of socks to one Ziploc bag, but plenty of Ziploc bags. All your clothes, Ziploc bags, and then in your pack, put a trash bag. Put 2 trash bags in first. Line your pack, your rucksack with trash bags. Then put all your stuff in. That's individually wrapped, if you will, also. But Ziploc, make sure it's Ziploc so you can reuse those. Zip it, and then put your dirty clothes in there. Just one that contains all your stuff better and it keeps it dry. But when you think you have enough pair of socks, add 2 more. You can never have too many warm, dry socks in the field. Same with boots. Get them gallon, I don't know, whatever the biggest Ziploc bag is, the freezer, big gallon bags, 1 boot. Go Faster's, 1 Go Faster, whatever. You can never have too many Ziploc baggies and trash bags. And then bring an extra trash bag because you're going to be in and out of it. I don't know what you do. If you're infantry, you're going to be getting it. Some of those bags are going to rip. Some are going to leak. So even after, when you leave for the day in your tent, your hooch, wherever it is, then cover your whole pack with the trash bag. You're not going to stay dry the whole time, but the drier you are, the better you'll be. So waterproof everything. Take the time to do it. Take the time. Cold weather gear, again, it depends on what your job is. You're probably going to move it. The only time you're going to be cold is at night. Sleeping in the cold, and I've done cold weather training, sleeping in the cold, it really is. You stay warmer the less clothes you have on in your sleeping bag. Hard as hell to get in it, but get in, take your clothes off while you're in it, and keep your clothes in your sleeping bag. You keep them warm that way. But don't sleep in them. It constricts your body. It really does. You think it's warmer to sleep with all your clothes on, but it constricts your blood flow, I guess. So sleep in your chonies, and then keep your clothes in your sleeping bag. You're keeping them warm. But good on you. Have fun at the FEX. Always a good time. Always miserable, but do your best. All right, the blue arrow's up again. Man, that's a lot. All right. Yalla, but the only problem I can think of is if the car won't start. It's either dead battery, failed alternator, blown main fuse. Does the instrument cluster gauge turn on when the key is in the on position? No, right? Did you read that? Nothing happens when you put the key in. Nothing. The battery may be dead by now.
No, it drains every battery.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, because the first couple of times, that's what we'd put a new battery in, and it would drain it over and over. So this is somebody's professional medical opinion that it's just that fuse. So the battery now is definitely dead. But I'm telling you, that's as many times as she has Googled it and watched it, it's an easy fix that people do on their own. Again, this guy did it on his own, but you have to take the whole instrument panel off and get to that one fuse and solder it, put it all back together. I don't trust myself to do it. But if it's something you're interested in, seriously, I'll get it towed to your shop.
He said it doesn't have strength in that area.
Oh, wait, John McJunkin says, Poolee Grut says, I dropped out of college and I'm enlisting in the Marines. I'm 23. Any advice? Yes, get some. Hold on. Let me say, Grox. 1 second. Ray, you out of here. Ray's out. Have to dig out. All right. God bless all SFMF-ers. So our major family production team, URAH. Appreciate you. You okay over there? Appreciate you, Ray. Get some, brother. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your continued support, brother. Semper Fi. Okay, Grox says, I dropped out of college and I'm enlisting in the Marines. I'm 23. Any advice? No, boot camp is going to be a little easier for you at 23. You're going to be older, mature. Use that to your advantage. Use it to help the drill instructors and help the younger recruits that are going to be in that culture shock, missing home. They've never been on their own. They're going to cry. All those things do happen the first couple of weeks. So use your age, use your maturity to your benefit and your platoon's benefit. They're going to call you old man. It's going to feel weird at 23 years old because you're still a pup, but you're going to be the old guy in boot camp. You're going to be surrounded by 17, 18, maybe a couple 19-year-olds. So know that going in. Don't take it personal when they call you old man, grandpa. All that stuff is going to come out, but use that to your advantage and the advantage of your platoon. But same thing I would tell a 17-year-old, physically fit and mentally tough. That's it. You spent some time in college, so you see what that life is like. So embrace it. Embrace the change. Good on you. Congratulations. That's awesome. All right. Jared, talking trash now. If I live close enough, I'd fix it in under an hour. Can you fly to Hawaii? I'll put you up in a room.
Put them up in the house.
Yeah, in a room at the house.
Oh. Put you in a hotel.
And it'll be right in the driveway for you. I'll put you up in there. I ain't playing. Jared, send us an email. Are you ready for a Hawaiian island vacation? We got you. And I'm going to hold you to that 1 hour because as soon as you're done, you get back on the plane and go home. Not playing, Jared. Seriously. Shoot us an email. Cooled off in Michigan. It's not cold. It's cooled off. A good thing, Stoner Bob. WW. FTX at Fort McCoy, Wisconsin. Got down in the negative 20s. Never got warm. Miserable. And in a field exercise, it's different because you ain't getting out of that. You might have a heat tent, a heated tent. You might have some kind of, you're definitely a negative 20. You have some kind of heaters, stoves. Somebody's got to get up and watch that baby, make sure it's lit all night. Miserable. You're just miserable. Much rather fight in the heat. Good diagnostic machine will tell you exactly where that drain is coming from. Yeah, the Colonel Seal, man, I haven't talked to him in a long time. It's been years. No, he left ROTC, JRTC right after me. About a year after, I think. Couldn't do it without me. He's doing well, though. He's retired. He's full retirement. He's got a beard and everything. Stoner Bob, I'm telling you, whoever gets to Hawaii first, fix the car first, you can stay in the house. All right. Did I talk about my... No, I didn't. Mike has a shop. Benito, you blocked me. Did you guys block Benito?
Wait, did you see what Mike said? Jared, good luck fixing that with Cece's tools.
Whatever. Like, good luck fixing that with Cece's tools. All right, I'll have you know, it might be pink, but it's a case and it has a hammer, a screwdriver, and pliers, and it belongs to Kimi Kimi Coco Puffs. If you can't fix it with that, maybe you're the problem. I got some tools. I got tools I stole from the construction shop in Okinawa decades ago. I got tools. Yeah. I got tools. Same with my weapons. Pepe and Frederico. If they can't fix it, it ain't worth fixing.
You gotta show them.
No.
We can't just say their names.
Poolee Ibarez. I gotta read faster. All right. Leaving for boot camp, but I didn't know what to do with my motorcycle, big screen TV, and my new game system. No family close by, no friends. Put in storage. 3 months. You probably should have sold those things because you won't be able to use them for about a year. So if you're okay with parting with them, I would sell them. I would sell all that stuff. Seriously, personally, you don't need any of them for at least a year, if not 2 years. And by then you purchase new ones. But worst case, find a cheap storage. Motorcycle is going to have to be kind of big, so you're going to pay for a 10 by 20 or something, but put them in storage. if you don't have anyone to trust. Leave him at John McJunkin's house. I'm sure he's got room. You got room in your garage? But personally, I would sell them, put that money in the bank, invest in it for later purchases, right? Buy the big screen TV, 2 years from now, they're going to have a bigger, better one for cheaper. Game systems, you don't need. You're going to have some game systems called the M4. Huh?
Storage is a great idea.
Yeah, or you just put in storage. Motorcycle, same thing. You won't be riding a motorcycle for a couple years. All right, producer, I wish we were that close. It's the instrument cluster panel. Maybe I can remove it and mail it to you. Maybe, seriously. Local MEP said I have to drop it off 2 weeks because I can't have any mileage on it. Any new mileage on it. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
That's why I told you I need at least 2 weeks.
Who timed out Benito?
What was he saying?
Yeah, were you saying something? You got a couple hammers on here. Anybody time out Benito? Did you say something dumb? Benito, not you're innocent until proven guilty, but if you didn't, it was an accident.
Blocked and how you hear.
Yeah, well, he timed out. That's why he said it wasn't blocked because you wouldn't be here, but he got timed out. Was it something you said? Cold weather training in Wisconsin was tough. I learned I'm soft. I like heaters and hot coffee. I'm with you, but I also am pretty good at sucking it up. Just go with it. But again, I did my cold weather training in Bridgeport, California. It wasn't 20 below. The computer remembers the mileage, says Jared.
Okay, I was told that they have to get it from Japan.
Oh, the new instrument panel needs to be from Japan.
I got two stories. I got the YouTube guy saying just remove it, fix it, solder it yourself.
Yeah.
I got the mechanic in Puna telling me I need to stay off of it for 2 weeks because they need to order it and it has to come back from Toyota.
So one guy said from Puna in Hawaii, he said they got to order the part from Japan. And when they send for it, whatever mileage is on the car, it has to be the same mileage for that part when it comes back. So we just got to put on a full lift, right, all four wheels, and then tow it down there.
Yeah, but I'd rather just fix the instrument panel by soldering if it's just a capacitor.
Yeah.
Capacitor issue.
All right. Good evening, brother Steve Ammer. What's up? We're trying to keep it up. We're getting ready to land this helicopter. Where's Carl at? We're getting ready to land this helicopter any second. It's been a great show, though. Wednesdays, don't forget, Wednesdays we are members only. So if you're not a member, $1.99. I think it's in the beginning. You just hit the join or something. We'll see you. We'll see all you Wednesday. Hanging with Christopher. Thanks for letting me hang out for a minute. Marines, got a friend in me. Peace, y'all. Peace. Christopher, thanks for being here. All of y'all, thank you very much for being here. We are getting ready to land this helicopter. Look at it from the producer. Oh, that's right there. All you mechanics, click on that link and check out what the problem is with the 2005 Scion XB. Yes, the toaster oven, the little square box. It's an awesome car, though. It really is. John McJunk in my house, my bride doesn't even want me there half the time, much less on a motorcycle. Yeah. Just hit me. There's Marine intensity. There's Gen X intensity. Then there's Gen X Marines. Wowzers. Right. That's it. Currently in the process of reenlisting. Reese Slagle. Currently in the process of reenlisting and being sent back from the MCRD. Your videos are keeping me motivated daily, sir. That's why we're here. That's why we're all here. Hit the like button. You heard Stoner Bob right there. Look at Jared. You can even replace the entire instrument cluster. Ooh, let's get a custom-made one. Anything. We just got to get that baby running. Matthew Askren, what's up, brother? Man, we're getting ready to close out right now. Become a member. We'll see you Wednesday. Matthew, how's everything? Jared said they lied, or that's in a Hawaiian law about mileage and resale.
That's what I said. To be fair, the guy doesn't work there anymore.
Oh, yeah. The guy who said that, all of a sudden, coincidentally, he's a shade tree mechanic. He don't work there no more. Gunny Grainer says, we'll take care of his belongings until we can ship it to the Poolee. Awesome. Good on you. That's why, Poolee, I knew he had people there he could trust. Hunter Collins, member, 3 months. Appreciate all of y'all.
You see what Matthew Askren said? Big news, boss, another baby on it.
Big news, boss, another baby. You've been busy, Matthew. You guys don't have TV? You don't have cable? You don't have internet? Good on you. Congratulations to you guys. That's awesome. Yes. If it's a boy, you gonna name him Cece? Congratulations, please. Tell the bride. We all say congratulations. Another Marine. Hurrah. That's cool. Maybe it's time we have another one. No.
The look on my face.
All right. Does Hawaii have emission laws? Nope. They do not. Hey, you think it's California? Almost. But no emission laws in Hawaii.
How do you know what does that mean?
If so, that's why they said that. No. God bless you and your family as well, Hunter Collins. Appreciate you. To be fair, the guy, oh, yeah, and Mapuna Puna doesn't work there anymore. Maui has helicopter rentals available. Yeah. I need that guard membership, WW. I'm telling you, it's the only time we think about it when I'm here. And then it's a cloud of smoke until next Sunday, until Wednesday.
What does that mean?
I don't use farce book or politics or religion. We use religion, but we don't use the other two. Newlywed problems. There you go. It sounds like you're handling the problems just fine, Matthew. I think you're doing just what you're supposed to be doing. Good on you. Good to see y'all. Good to see everybody. We did a flyby, but we're landing this. My first girl. You already know. It's a girl. Takes a real man to make a girl. You know that, right? I won't tell the medical side of it because this is a PG rated channel, but it takes a man to make a girl. Imagine what kind of man it takes to make 5 girls. From the producer, Matthew, congrats to you and the wife. Good on you. Happy for you. Really happy for you. All right. I was just thinking, what? Who the hell lives in Hawaii? Sounds terrible. It's horrible. Perfect weather year round. Surf on every single beach. 6 minutes past due. Thanks, Jared. All right. Fast rope time. Yeah, we can't even land now. We got fast rope in this baby. Wife's first baby, 21 weeks along. Wow. Awesome. Master Guns here. JKC. What are your thoughts on the USMC getting rid of tanks? Hated it. Hated it. I followed many tanks into battle. I love the tanks. I'm glad we're considering bringing them back or using the armies, right? The new tank, WW. No Marines in Iran, WW. No boys, brother. Men. Israel fight. Okay. All right, everybody. I could do this all night. I could stay with you all night. You guys are amazing. Truly amazing. Yeah, some of us got work to do, homework to do. I don't know, chow to eat. I want a manapua. If you know, you know. Now I really want a manapua. Prayers for the Marines and service members for the southern border. Thanks, Black Flaxen. Appreciate you. And yes, we need our...
Black Falcon.
Oh, Falcon.
That's the kid in Yuma.
As there rising tension and violence coming from one of the cartels. Amen. Black Falcon. Oh, you in Yuma. All right. But I'm with you. God bless them, all of them. God, please watch over them. Good evening. Thank you all for being here. That was a great time. Good to see you. It's been a little while. We'll see you again Wednesday for members. Sunday, Gen Pop. We'll see you either Wednesday or Sunday or Wednesday and Sunday. Semper Fi, my friends. Era.